So I don't think I've ever been so excited to photograph a figure or a pair of figures in all my collecting years. It might have something to do with me coming right off season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen. In fact, I'm sure that's it. But I was ready to start recreating scenes from the anime as soon as I took these guys out of the box. Yes, that's right, this will be my first Jujutsu Kaisen review, and it's a double whammy special, baby! Featuring last month's release, Gojo Satoru in his technical school outfit, and my favorite character of all time in the series, from the same story arc, Geto Suguru. I have to admit that I've secretly been binge watching Jujutsu Kaisen over the past couple of weeks, and for me to binge watch anything is a pretty big deal. I don't watch anything unless I know for sure that it's going to be totally worth my time, and Jujutsu Kaisen, my friends, was worth every minute. So both of these figures were released back to back in the months of January and February, both retailing for about 8,500 yen, which I have to admit is pretty pricey, especially when you compare them to previous Jujutsu Kaisen releases and to other Figuarts lines for that matter. But the good thing is that for newbie collectors like me, none of the previous releases were exclusives, so doubling back shouldn't be too hard or too expensive depending on the character, since there'll be a good chance for reissues later down the track. Or at least that's what I'm telling myself. Me constantly checking Mercari for Figuarts Jujutsu Kaisen deals. Needless to say, I just had to have these after finishing season 2, and I'm glad I started with these two characters. Now, having similar costumes or uniform designs can often lead to reuse from other figures in the line, or in this case, each other. But with Gojo and Geto, Tamashii have replicated both of their technical school uniform looks without any parts reuse. We get two completely brand new sculpts, unique to each other but looking so good together as well. The navy blue colors are matching as they should, and whilst the uniforms are essentially the same with a few subtle differences, you can see here Geto does have that slit on the back here. Each of them have made their uniforms their own. It's also a blend of both hard plastics on the upper half and soft rubbery plastics on your lower half that gives you that smooth ab articulation. It's a simple design, but we still get all the necessary wrinkles and creases in the Gakuren jacket and pants, Gojo with his slimmer straight-legged pants, and Geto with his iconic parachute wider fit trousers. Satoru has your more standard black shoes, and Suguru is wearing a more traditional, almost ninja-like footwear. Both Satoru and Suguru's uniform are finished off with the gold button from Jujutsu High. Just look at that detail on these buttons. Beautiful stuff. And just as a fun fact to throw out there about the real Japanese Gakuren uniforms is that on your graduating year, girls who have a crush on guys or like a particular guy actually ask for one of their buttons. It's kind of a special memento. Anyway, back to the figures. So both Gojo and Geto are based on their looks from the Hidden Inventory arc, a happier time for both characters. So we get to see a lot of smiles, a lot of happy facial expressions, which I'm really glad both releases included. Both of these guys are completely different people during and after this arc, and definitely shows in their figures as well. I did manage to pick up the version of Geto Suguru from Jujutsu Kaisen 0, but I don't have any other versions of Gojo Satoru. But here we have Suguru with his hair tied up in a bun, his signature earrings, and Satoru with spikier hair that flows down instead of up like his older version. Gojo has his iconic big, beautiful baby blue six eyes and lilac eyelashes, and Geto with his thinner, more angular, mysterious looking eyes. Again, for simple designs, these faces have really great detail and spot-on printing. We get 4 faceplates for Satoru and 5 faceplates for Suguru, again ranging from your smiles, laughs, to your more stern, ready for battle faces, to more subtle smirks. Seriously, these guys have got to be the coolest characters in anime right now. Gojo also comes with his signature blue sunglasses, which essentially means we get 2 looks from each faceplate. To get the glasses on the faceplates, all you need to do is to remove the faceplate and bangs together. Watch out for those spiky spikes, because they definitely hurt. Remove the bangs from the faceplate and slot the glasses into the grooves. And bam! Here we have it. Gojo looking super cool. Both releases feel great in hand and have a premium looking matte finish. Again, the costume designs aren't the most complicated, but everything is solid, smooth, and just has a nice weight to them. No QC issues on either of these guys so far. Top marks in terms of quality and build, but things that you want to watch out for are the butterfly shoulder pieces. I'm starting to get some small scratches around that area, so don't try to force your figure too much around the shoulders, especially going forward and into the chest. Alright, let's see if we can do these together. First up, head and neck articulation. Head looks up, head looks down, we get side to side rotation, beautiful head tilt left and right, all assisted by your independent neck joints. For arms, it's the same engineering going on, so we get fantastic range going up and out. You gotta work at it, but you can bring both Gojo and Geto's arms together to touch their own hands. You don't get a traditional bicep cut, but it's hidden in the shoulder and works just as well, keeping a cleaner look for the figures. Double elbows have amazing range, great for all your mobile phone holding poses. And of course, we get our swivels and hinges in the wrist as well. Really solidly built wrist joints, mind you. For the ab section, the upper half is a hard plastic whilst the lower half is a softer, more malleable material, and both plastic colors match pretty well. It's the same setup for both figures. Gojo gets better range going back and forward due to the way that the figure is sculpted. Fantastic left and right tilt for both figures. Some side to side twist in the upper torso, but most of your swivel is going to come from the lower half. Now to the legs, great spread for both figures. Not quite 180, but it's almost there. Both figures kick forward just past 90, but not too much going back because of their sculpted butts. We get thigh cut. Amazing double knee range. Swivels at the ankles. Feet go down. Feet go up. Toe hinges. And some great range with the ankle tilt. Perfect for all your walking, fighting, and action poses. Both Satoru and Suguru come with a ton of accessories, including your beautiful expressive faceplates, a ton of hands, even with some options for your hands in pocket poses, and a right hand holding some early 2000s cell phones. So let's take a look at them in pocket hands first. They're basically just a couple of hands, left and right, with your pocket pieces already attached to the hands, which you just place on the top of the upper legs. It can be a little bit tricky at first, but it's such an easy way to get that in-pocket hand look and works a treat. It's not the most intricate or elegant, but it does the trick, and if you can recreate the Geto and Gojo walk, then that's all you really need. We also get them cell phone hands, and again, like the in-pocket hands, the cell phone is already attached to the hand, great for calling your bestie or looking up photos of Inoue Waka. We also get a variety of hands for all your cursed technique poses, close quarter fighting poses, or just for whatever you really want. Sky's the limit. The hidden inventory arc is probably my favorite story arc in the anime so far, and though short-lived, I'm really happy that we got figures of both of these versions of Geto and Gojo. I love their school uniform looks, not just because of their cool aesthetics, but it's during this time in the anime and manga that we really get to see Gojo and Geto interact with each other and other characters and do stuff besides your usual fight scenes, which, don't get me wrong, I love, but having those downtime moments, seeing both characters show more emotion than pretty much any other characters in the anime manga was such a treat. Tamashii, I feel, have given us all of that in figure form to recreate ourselves, and I am absolutely having so much fun messing around with these two. I guess the only thing I could have asked for more with these releases are more faceplates, even though we get quite a few. Both figures come with some really expressive options, but after watching this arc for like the third time, I really wanted more options for these two. Suguru with his half hair down, like in Jujutsu Kaisen 0, but a little bit shorter, with less evil looking faces. For Gojo, I'd love to see some more in-battle faces when he's facing off against Toji. I know Tamashii don't really do blood, but it would have been awesome to get some blood-stained faces for Gojo after his enlightenment. Anyway, these two figures have got me hooked, and now I need every other figure from this line. I know it's probably going to take me a while and a ton of cash to get them all, but I am determined to complete this line, and I am praying that we continue to get even more characters from this series. Please, Tamashii, please don't stop this line. I know Toji is a fan favorite, but who else would you guys like to see? Or what other versions of characters that we already have now would you like? Anyway, that's it from me. I know I don't have the most figures for size comparisons, but hopefully that will change soon. So look out for more Jujutsu Kaisen reviews in the future. Don't forget to hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Until next week, have a good one, guys, and as always,
よろしく